Hey you guys, it's Missy Lynn, and today I'm bringing to you my everyday foundation routine. If you guys are interested in seeing how that is done, stay tuned. So the most important thing about wearing foundation is basically proper skincare, and by that I mean cleansing your face thoroughly, and when you're supposed to, hydrating and moisturizing your skin, staying away from harmful rays like the sun without wearing sunscreen or SPF in your foundation or in the moisturizer. So that is basically like what I do. So first what I'll show you guys, I wear a moisturizer. This is the Sephora Instant Moisturizer, and I bought this for about 20 bucks. And I just take a little on my middle two fingers and I place a dot on my cheeks, on my chin, and on my forehead. And I just make sure that I massage my skin really well. Basically because I want to wake up my skin. I get around my eye area and the crevices of my nose, around my mouth. Like right here in the middle between my eyebrows. My hairline. Like right underneath my jaw. Now the second very important step of wearing foundation is basically to wear a primer. And a primer is just basically like an invisible shield that will lock in the moisturizer that you apply as the first step, and basically to have something that the foundation can adhere to. That way your foundation is not actually touching your bare skin, and it's a less likely chance of it clogging your pores when you're wearing a primer, because your primer is like a basic invisible mask. So I'm going to use my Glamcor First Impression primer, and I got this from IMAX. This was in a gift bag and I love it oh so much. But I'm going to basically just take a dime size of the primer, about this much, and I'm basically just going to, like I said, cheeks and forehead and chin. And I'm going to rub it all over eyes, forehead, near the hairline, underneath the jaw. And I'm going to just kind of let this sit for a little while. So next I'm going to start with the liquid foundation. I'm wearing the MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15 in NC45. Now, I don't know if some of you guys have seen my my video about MAC employees putting everyone in NC45. So I had to basically, if I wanted to continue wearing MAC, I had to find a way to make it work for me. So I'm going to show you how I made it work. Before I was complaining about it making me look too orange, things like that. So NC44 was too light for me. So NC45 was basically around the shade that that matched me perfect. NC45 was basically the shade that matched me perfectly. And I just kind of had to play with it and adjust it to fit me. So I'm going to show you guys how. But I'm basically just going to take a little on my hand, the back of my hand. And I'm going to take a flat top brush, and this is the e.l.f. flat top powder brush. And I'm just going to take a little onto the brush and basically start on one side of my face. And just kind of just pat it. And you always want to start just on one side of the face at a time, because if you put foundation all over your face, by the time you get to one side from another, it's going to dry, and then it's going to look all blotchy. Go all the way up to the hairline. So I have applied the foundation. And then next what I'm going to do, I'm going to conceal. Now some people will conceal before applying the foundation, but I like to apply my foundation before I conceal because then I can see what areas still look kind of dark and I can, you know, just touch up that area. So I'm going to use MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW35. And this is basically for warm. Like, you know, NC is cool and W is warm. And basically, if you're in NC, you want to use an NW concealer. That way that way it can counteract and it will actually help conceal better. Instead of using an NC45 foundation and an NC45 concealer, you can use an NC45 foundation and then an NW35 concealer, and it will help conceal like perfectly. So I'm going to just take a little concealer on my middle finger and I'm going to just dab it underneath my eye area. And basically, if you use your finger, you will actually help melt the product a lot faster, and it will actually like go into the crevices and the creases of your skin a lot better than like using a brush and it having like that streaky effect. That's that for the eyes, and then kind of around the mouth and like the nose area. And then after you conceal, what you're going to do, you're basically just going to take a very small amount of foundation of the NC, and I'm telling you, like the smallest amount, like this. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's a little, very, that's not even a lot. But I'm just going to take that and then kind of just go over that area, concealed area. So I'm almost done. Basically, after you have applied the liquid foundation, you want to set it. Some people will use translucent powder. There's the Makeup Forever one. There is the MAC one. OCC. I'm more than sure that they have a lot of different translucent powders, but I don't want to use a translucent powder because I don't want to look too matte. So I'm going to use my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Natural, and this is in the color Dark. And I'm going to take a e.l.f. complexion brush, and it's a really soft brush, and I'm basically just going to take a little of that and apply this all over my face, just to kind of like get some color back. And the last and final step. Now, of course, you're looking at me and you're like, oh my god, she looks really matte, or it looks like she has too much on. But to be honest, I did not use a lot of foundation. There are some people out there that uses way too much, and you can like see it and it looks like you can just like scratch the foundation off. That's not how I want my foundation to look. So because I don't want it to look that way, I'm going to take my MAC Fix Plus and I'm going to just spray it onto my face. This will actually help take away the matteness and give it a more glowy, dewy look. So I'm going to hold it about 6 to 8 inches away and spray. And then I'm going to fan. So as you guys can see, it has a more dewy like finish. Instead of looking extremely matte, I kind of look like I have a glow. So that is my basic everyday foundation routine. I do contour to kind of bring dimension back into my face, because after applying foundation you will lose dimension. So I'm going to also tag the contour video somewhere in this video, And if not, you can just Google start to finish MUA contouring and it should pop up. But I'm going to do my contouring in a separate video. So I hope you guys enjoyed my everyday foundation routine. Rate and subscribe.